Hello. Oops. Oh, you can see everything. That's good. And it's disappearing again. Is it gonna appear? Is it gonna disappear? It's gonna disappear. You have to reload it. Okay. Now it's working. Hello. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. I hope there's someone there because for me the live stream hasn't started yet. But anyways, very happy to see those people who joined. I hope you can hear me well. I hope you can see me well. And I hope you can see me very well because I made some adjustments to my character, to my customized character. Yeah, added some new hairs, some new colors to make it a bit more spicy. So I hope you like it. And I hope it's visible enough through the camera that it's bright today. My little helper is right here, sleeping soundly until I woke her up just now. So yeah, we're gonna be continuing the 5 Minute Friday free lesson we've been doing for the past 3 streams. And today we're gonna finally finish it. I hope we'll finally finish the rough animations for the effects, and I'm gonna clean it up on my own time, just as I did with the little cup. So this is a little image I did as a little jump the cup. We might encounter it in the future. I kind of like the character. It's pretty simple. It's pretty cute. We can use him for different animation exercises. Plus, it's very easy to draw them. So let's skip right where you need to be. Oh, let me delete the little doodles we did on the practice room, because our practice room is every Thursday at the same time as our streams, and we in 2 hours we pick something and we do something and we see if we are able to finish it in the said 2 hours or not. So my task was to go from this animation with some facial stuff that we developed last time. You can probably see it on the screen, and basically clean it up, put them on the same layer because the facial animation and the cup were on separate layers and they had some separate timings in some places. So I need to get that figured out, and I did. So now I want to show you what was before, so you'll be able to see the progress right here with me. So this was the original. It's pretty good. I like it. Energetic, cute. We even added some extra stuff I didn't thought about when we only started the exercise. For example, the cup being sad because they spilled a bunch of coffee around them. So we went from this to this, to a very cute cup, I might say. There we go. Oh, you probably can't see the timeline. Can you see it now? It would be better if you could see it. Yeah, I think it will be a bit more telling. Oh, and this is also from the practice room. Hey, Buffalo Mask, if you're watching. Hello. Let me delete this so it won't be a bother. And let's play the animation I did over the practice room. And I spent maybe like an hour offline just while watching the new American Horror Story. So this is what I did. I changed a lot of subtle details in the facial animation, especially in the beginning. So in the beginning, it was just opening up its eyes as if like just being disturbed, woken up. And here I've decided it would be a very nice idea if we have some coffee and the marshmallows being poured into the cup. So that's why it wakes up. That's why it does the like big hooray. I'm so warm and full of energy, and that's why they spilled everything over because they've never been poured in so much. So yeah, let's go to the effects. On the last 5 Minute Friday we did together, we actually, oh, if you want to see the little facial animation, I'll show you because I think it's pretty cute. I worked really hard on it. I think in my working on the 3 hours, I've been like maybe 2.5 hours. I've been cleaning, this cup. Most of the time, it took the planning and understanding how the blinks are gonna go, when they're gonna actually blink, how's the body gonna move with them. So I tried to figure that out, and I hope I did it well enough. Let's see if it lives under my expectations. But I think it does. I think it's pretty cute. I would change only one cup over here on this frame. I don't really like that it's just doing this little wiggle. But in everything else, I think it's pretty cute. I think the cup came pretty cute. And I decided to add the subtle detail of having one. What do you call it? Like a highlight? One highlight in the eye to giving them two and making the eyes rounder over here. So you could feel it's a bit more happy. And don't forget about the cheeks as well. So when they're smiling, there's some curvature to them. Though it looks like the opposite way that it's supposed to be curved. But oh well. It works for me. Ooh, look at that amount of frames we did. So let's get everything settled. And here, it's connected to the old timeline, so it's might be a bit rocky, but it will be a good starting point. Draw that cup as a butterfly. I might, I might add some little wings to it if it'll be cute enough. Okay, so today we'll be working specifically on effects. I'm pretty much done with character animation. I don't think there's much to do, honestly. So now it's going to be the fun part of just, again, doing something, checking if it works for you. If it doesn't, rework it. So, can I say like trying and editing, trying and re-editing, trying and re-editing. So. It's a bit too late. I think maybe I pushed it. No. Like this? No. Like that. Yep. There we go. Let's see if it syncs up. Yeah, that's a bit better. Because something didn't look right. Okay. Let's add a new layer. And let's work on, what should we work first on? Because there's several things I want to add. I want to add water. Oh, I can't paint it. So I want to add water. I want to add some steam. And I want to add some marshmallows. It's going to look like this, maybe? I don't know. Like this would be a bit too much, but maybe something like this. So yeah, it's either ice cubes or square marshmallows. Whatever you want to see them as. Okay, so I probably want to start with the marshmallows first. Because they're gonna affect the water significantly. Water is gonna go around them, and I don't want to do the water first, doing the marshmallows, and then coming back for the water. I want to start with the marshmallows and just go from there. It'll be our anchor with a lot of straight ahead animation we're gonna do. So, plus I'm gonna tell a little, not a little, animation principle called overlap. For example, you've probably noticed already, and if you read something about the 12 principles of animation, you probably heard about it. Overlap is a principle in animation where basically if you have something that is affected by the movement of the main thing you're moving, your main movement, there will be stuff that will follow eventually. For example, a very good way to show overlap on a character, as if there are different forces at play. For example, gravity, wind, inertia. For example, if someone running really fast and then stopping, you see how the person just goes like ooh, and a bunch of his stuff, for example, a backpack on his back, could slide up to his head, make him crank and fall down. So that's basically an overlap, something that will move, or that's secondary action. Maybe that's secondary action. I'm not really that good on names, but we're basically gonna go through that. We want to very big but very light marshmallows, and they're gonna be pretty big. They're gonna show on top of the silhouette to give it a bit more variety, because on the top and the bottom it most of the time looks like a square, but if we'll be able to give some shapes and volumes at the top, it'll make it a bit more fun. So this will be number 1 and number 2. So let's see. First movement that the cup actually does here is waking up here. The marshmallows are gonna fall in. We're gonna do it at the very end because I don't want to bother you right now. So the first thing is the movement over here. So because they're not attached to a metal rod or they're not being pulled with a string, they're just existing in the space in the water that is within the cup. They're not going to move anywhere, I think, until they bump into the wall of the cup over here. Then they're going to be sent very slowly with very little spacing to the other side of the cup. Just like if you put like a finger and try to push some of the marshmallows. There's not going to be a lot of squash or stretch. They're just going to clink very softly. If there would be even a clink for it. So they stay still. I would say they still stay still, for example, but I would only change maybe the spacing of one of the marshmallows. So let's do maybe this one. And we want to be really subtle. One of the things I still have to grasp in animation is how to do very subtle changes, because for me I think, oh, that's subtle, yeah. When I play it back, I realize the movement is way too rapid or way too big. So understanding how to make something subtle is still something I have to learn and grasp how to do. Let's put this one as well here. Now we're going to make the timing a little bigger. Before, the spacing was only like half of the line width, and now we're using the whole thing. And now it's going to bump it to the second marshmallow. And we're probably going to move it too, but teeny bit. And this one can move even further. I probably want to do something like this. And here, we'll be doing the last big spacing over here. But here we're only amplifying it. So you could probably like feel how it's only touching one of the marshmallows, and then it bumps into another and moves it to a different place. And I'll probably, let's see, let's put one here. Over here. Where's the moment where the cup is actually jumping? Over here. So we have about 1, 2, about 2 more frames to just give them some easing out. So there goes number 1. And there goes number 2. It still needs some work, but you could understand what I'm talking about. See how they move almost together, as if the fast movement of the cup of the border is pushing one of them and eventually pushing the other away. I would even do 1 frame over here just to see if I can actually keep it in place and only move the second marshmallow for a tiny bit. So the subtle movement would read that it's stopping. Let's see. Sort of. I think that's what I want from him. I want some subtle action in the top of the cup. Maybe even a bit more. Just so we'll be able to see it a bit better. Plus the marshmallows are gonna float. If they're submerged in water at least to this length, they would be probably popping up like that. Let's play. I like it. It's just a tiny bit like subtle stuff that's gonna enhance it in the future. So I like it here. Let's move to the next part. Now the movement's gonna be a lot less subtle and is gonna be a lot more rapid and unpredictable. So let's do it until this moment over here. Until frame number 24. Here, the cup makes a really rapid movement down, and see how I made on the original sketch that part of the water is going to show up. That's going to be reflected in the marshmallows too. Marshmallows are going to fall, but since they're very light, they're going to be a lot slower. Let's hope that we'll be able to even keep them in because the movement is really, really quick. First, I want to squish this one. And I want to keep this one as is. And then this marshmallow has a cute anchor of having this like heart shape on top. So I'm going to stick to it because it works. Okay, and now since I squashed him really hard here, there's probably going to be a lot of force pushing him out. So I'm going to move it over here. Let's see if it works. No idea if it will. Now we're going to squish this marshmallow and we're going to make it slow in the water. Lower. Because the water is falling and it's squished. So it's probably going to be something like this. And I don't want to make the silhouette of the 2 marshmallows too boring. If it's just going to be like 2 eggs like this could have been just the set of eyes we could have used for the coffee, which we're probably going to do. Next time, I'm going to do the free lesson. So give me a tiny little minute to readjust something in the background. Okay, here we go. Whoop. And probably since I want to make the movement really quick, I'm going to make some of the really fast bits for the marshmallows in ones. So just we'll be able to, so the marshmallows will be able to keep up with the cup. Now, I want to do the heart-shaped one over here. Let's say they got carried up together. That's why there's so much water pouring out over here, because we have one marshmallow just basically sticking out. And the second one will follow. Probably will not follow. We don't want it to follow. They need to be their own independent people. Here we can show again the little heart shape. We can probably redo the marshmallow in the beginning and straight up make it like a heart-shaped marshmallow. It won't be steamed, we'll only see the top part, so there's probably won't be so much I need to fix. There we go. Number 2. It looks like this. And we finally see the second marshmallow pouring out, because we're gonna make him jump as well over here. They're gonna peep out of the cup because the force of the jump just makes him to. Let's see what we have for now. Just for now. The movement is really quick, so probably want to move maybe these ones a bit lower, because the movement is so quick. I want to be able to keep up with it. We can probably do something like this. Over here. Oh. Over here. Like this. Let's see if this works a bit better. Yeah, I think so. I think a little stretch over here is a bit too much. It shouldn't go that high. Higher than the original shape of the, what do you call it? Of the heart-shaped marshmallow. I think maybe like this. But for the sake of the second one, so we'll make this a little too boring. Let's make it over here. Since they're also only starting to fall, probably the timing is going to be a lot smaller. How about now? A bit. I like it a bit more. It's bouncy, it's soft, feels soft. So let's keep it that way. Now the jump over here. So they've been taken very quickly up. It's probably going to be over here. This will be the heart-shaped marshmallow, the butt-shaped. Now, the heart shape or the butt. Well, what do you want me to call it? A heart shape or a butt shape? Cast your votes. Heart shape number 1, butt shape number 2. Go. It's probably going to appear in 40 seconds and I'll already forget about the bit, but please tell me if you have a preference. And like this. Let's see. I like that they still continue the jump. Like, we probably can even catch. We can probably make it even cooler. You know how? Let me show you. Like this. Boop. And then we're gonna send them higher and higher and higher. Number one. Okay, that's number one. As I said, I almost forgot about the bed. The heart shape it is for now. We'll see. If there will be an overwhelming amount of votes, I have to say the voting is already over, so you won. Heart shape it is. Let's send them flying. They're gonna make. Ooh, actually. Let me see. We can actually work on a little bit different timings. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Probably need to, since it's hitting the side of the cup, I probably want to rotate the heart a little bit like this. The second marshmallow will stay on track. And then the heart shape will go over here. Higher. Higher. Yes, like this. And this smaller one, the circle, will go here. There's still too much stuff going on. Let me see what's either missing or what's too much. So probably have to appear gradually like this. Clean this up. And move some of the marshmallows lower or higher. Delete this. I think the volume was off. That's why I wasn't reading. Now we're gonna make it. I think we just need to correct the spacing and the timing in some of the arcs. Usually when animation doesn't work, it's usually one of the three things. Spacing, timing, arcs. Very easy. Very easy to solve. Very easy to see. I'm manifesting it because it's not really true for me. Oh, there we go. How about now? Is this a little better? Oh yeah. They're almost moving in like slow motion. Nice. And here they're already falling. So what I want to do is I probably want to copy frame, and I want to make these ones just a tiny bit higher, just so we'll see the downfall clearer. I'm just using like absolutely the same frame, like 3 times. I'm just moving it a little bit so we'll be able to see like the arc a bit better. I don't know, can you feel it? Let's go from here. I feel it, it's like the whee! Maybe we can add like hands, little hands to them. They could cheer the cup on. What I don't like is that they're moving in unison. So what I'd like to change that, I probably want to take one of the marshmallows and move them a bit to a different arc. So it doesn't look like they're glued together, but they're just very close and they're moving in the same body of water. So that's going to be done through changing how this marshmallow appears from the cup. It's gonna fall quicker, but it's gonna rise from the cup a little less. Okay, it's number 2. Because I want his arc to be over already. I want it to fall down. Like this. Then we have this, and already moving down. Here we go. Let's see if I think that it helped just a little bit that they're moving at a bit different arcs, so they don't feel really that much glue. Though, thinking about it now, looking that's gonna have steam, water, stuff like that, you won't really see it, but it's still important to keep track of stuff like this because you never know when you might want to put this on different layers to showcase something. And the animation, the little part of it doesn't really work as you want it to, or whatever reasons might be. Because why would you leave something unattended if you can see it and you can fix it? For the haters to look at? I don't think so. Let's go from here to here. Again, in sections. So, I think the next big thing would probably be over here. So, let's even reduce the space we're working on even more. And let's see. There we go. I want the first marshmallow to already be below. I want it to follow really quickly. And I want the second one no, that was a lot better. Is this I want to move? Probably somewhere over here maybe. Because it's going to be pulled with the water. But it still needs to follow an arc of the movement it has. Oop. Cutting and removing it, moving and removing, cutting and recutting, like this. Now, I want them to be one of the reasons there's so much water spilling out. So it's going to happen because both of the marshmallows, the heart-shaped one and the circle one, are smashing into the water. The water is bringing them down. The water is spilling out by itself, but the marshmallows can't help but be part of the action as well. Like this. I probably want to make another frame. I'll just trace the shape of the marshmallows and just slide them down. I'm working on the circle first. Oh, not in the circle, on the heart shape. I work on it first. Mm-hmm. And now this one, which I want to free transform, and I want to squash and stretch so you could actually feel the contact. Okay, let's see. Really quickly, but get the job done. It's a really fast movement. And now we'll actually see the top of the cup. And we're gonna see the little entrance to the, what do you call it? To the, what do you, the mug part, the inside of it. Over here. Oh, I even have coffee. Nice. Mm. Now I'm just thinking how to work with them accurately. The heart shape has completely changed the, what do you call it, orientation. Now it goes like this. But we're gonna fix it in the end. I wanted to make like a little spin while it's jumping and readjusting. So, and now I'm gonna use small spacing. I'm gonna put this one here, and this one I want to continue to turn over. Now let's add frames here. Now I want the heart to finally turn and tip back to the top of the heart shape. It's probably have to be somewhere around here. Again, small spacing. Small spacing, big hopes and dreams. Two, let's see. Not yet. I think it should be maybe thrown with a little more force. Maybe like this, and then this. Yeah, they're gonna plop down and they're gonna reappear. Like what do you call it? The thing. Whoa, can you tell me what's the name of the thing that sits on top of the water? Buoy? Is it really called buoy? Like the thing they put so people know where to swim and where to not. With like a shark. and these are scissors. A crab using a scissor to help the shark eat, so it won't eat the crab. The crab just saying it's a dog in a doggy world. It's eat or be eaten. The crab didn't have to set up the signs. Sorry. Tell me what that thing is called. That was between the shark and the swimmer. No, I think it should be even higher then. Maybe this should be like this. I think this shape, again, maybe I should have drawn even the two marshmallows on different layers, so I won't make the spacings and timings too similar that they should be. They're different shapes after all, so they have to move on their own. What do you call it? On their own arcs. 1, 2. Okay, this doesn't work too. And this, and this. Now, let's work on the circle shape. I want to figure it out first, so I'll be able to make this complicated turn of the heart marshmallow work. 1, 2, 3. So again, small spacing. We're coming out of a movement. There's actually a really good life hack I've learned about how to turn and change like a movement, for example, that to change the direction of where you're going, you need to use 3 frames. For example, your character been moving here, then been moving here, here, here. Now you slow down. 1, 2, 3, and speed up. For example, you're drawing a race car on the top. To change the direction, you need like these 3. And I would even make this even smaller. 3 frames. And I try to think about those 3 frames whenever I make jumps, whenever I make anything. I need to, it doesn't have to be 3 specifically, but it has to be 1 where the initial movement, the direction stops, where the character has a pause, and he moves to a different direction. So it's also, you can see it present. Here, I try to use 1, 2, 3. Or like you can count it from 1, 2, 3, for example. You can see the little bump and it's going down. You see bump and it's going down. Again, I think over here as well, 1, 2, 3, and we're moving in a different direction. I would say the only, what would you call it? The only way to break this rule, only if you're doing like some kind of robot or like automized movement where you don't need any slowing down, speeding up. Arcs are also secondary depending on the type of the robot you're animating. But still, even on that robot, when you'll be drawing him, you'll be drawing his shapes and volumes, and those will have to be on arcs, or they're just gonna boil. You go lower. I'm just gonna do it every 2 frames. From now, I'm just gonna copy frame because I'm using only 1 marshmallow. I want to dunk it. Now I'm using the same. Oh, nope. Should have copied over here. One. Wait. One, then two. Oh, no, cancel. Three. And plop. I probably want to make the plops like plop, plop, plop. So to make this first plop, I need to make it higher. We're gonna do the plop, plop, plop. Well, it's probably several seconds, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that. We're gonna do at least one extra plop. Okay. Whoop. Then it hits on the wall. It hits on the wall. I'm gonna stretch it out. No, it's too much stretching out when there's not enough forces. And then we're gonna move it a bit back. Then we're gonna copy frame again. And now we're just gonna make it slowly rise up to the top. I'll probably add some extra seconds after the whole stream, just so we'll have enough time for the brain to understand the movement has stopped and the movement has started. Okay, let's copy one more frame again. And give it one last frame. I know we won't be able to see it, we won't be able to register it, but I just want to end the movement accurately. See. Yes, this is what I wanted. I wanted this slow movement of just water slowly coming to an end. And it's gonna be very clearly shown with the way the marshmallows are moving. Then my only complaint would probably be this. I have two frames that are completely similar. Oh, I'm changing right now some of the arcs just so the movement could read a bit better. Here, it's being a bit lost in translation. The up movement, the down movement. How about that plop? I think it's very tasty. With the movement, with the second one being tipped over, this is gonna be chef's kiss. Oh, I like doing stuff like this. It's always so fun. It's probably because you don't have to think about much timing, spacing. So most of the timing and spacing you've already decided for yourself, and now you just have to put the rest of the pieces along the main picture you're already drawing. Maybe that's why. A bit less computing power. More power to just talk. Yeah, so I hope you like me talking. Do like this. We've even got a little tipping point. Too much of a tipping point. Hello, Butterguns. How's it going? There's not a lot of us, but I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. So feel free to enjoy it as well. There we go. Let's add a heart again. Let's move it like this. I think we like that because it's falling. We've already moved it enough. I mean, I think we paused it for enough time. And now we have to go from this sustained position in the air. We have to move it and actually turn it like this. Now comes the fun part. We'll have to move it really, really quickly. So we'll tip back and we're able to see the heart shape. It's probably going to be like this, I think. One, then it's going to disappear like this. Now it's completely disappeared. It's probably going to be somewhere here. Here it's going to rise up like this. We're going to move the shape like this, and we're going to add some sneak peek. Then we're going to move and make the heart like this. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, that's the point. That's the point. For people who like animation, who maybe can't get to the course because they don't have enough time or availability, that's why we do all this stuff. Just so you'll be able to keep up with the interviews. I wouldn't call them the interviews, it's more like workshops and different tips and tricks. I hope maybe in the future we'll have some interviews with cool people. But yes, this is the point. To have an opportunity to people to learn animation just where they're at. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you for watching us too. Well, like this. I want to make the spacing of the heart shape smaller. It is rising to the top from the cup, but it needs to be a bit slower, I feel. It's not going to work. Like this. And let's copy just the shape that we drew here. The little curved McDonald's. Whoop. And then we'll just keep it a bit hidden. And maybe make it a tiny bit higher. Oh, did you see that? Did you see the cool twist it did? I think it's perfect. I think it's lovely. Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Because we saw this. I want to see the cool splash. Oh, probably come up somewhere over here. Yes. Let's go. Let's even make this easier. Less eye strain, please. Yes. Like that. Whoa. Did you see that cool entrance? It's actually moving, it's actually turning. So yes, we at least got that down. I'm not gonna finish, I'm not gonna draw the rest of the heart shape below the cup because we won't be able to see it. And I use the full shape of the marshmallow here just to track it a bit better. I don't need to do it here. I think everything, it's so cool. Look at that. The little ploink. This is perfect. Especially because the cup, it freezes and it like stops what it's doing, but we still need some movement to finish the movement off for it to be a bit cooler. And I think the marshmallows are perfect. They're like a perfect addition. I think it's amazing. You can see how fired up I get over stuff like this. There's no greater reward than hitting play and realizing that, oh, you did something real tasty. Okay, let's make this one a bit less visible too. So they'll work in tandem. And let me do it like this. Ooh, clean. The water is already a bit outdated. It doesn't work with the marshmallows. So now we're gonna go to even the part that's even more fun for me. That's the water. And now we're gonna do liquids. And liquids, they're gonna react to the cup, to the marshmallows, to the movement, to the gravity. Thank you. I think the rotation came out so good as well. Good thing that we worked so hard on it, that I redid it like in some parts and details. I think it works out perfectly. Funny how we didn't start with a heart shape and it basically morphed into it by the end. But yeah, I'll probably have to redo the beginning a couple of frames. So tasty. I can't stop looking at it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to liquids. I'll also start from here and oh yeah, because I said I wanted to pour the liquid in. I mean, we can try to do that. I think right now I'm completely just sketching it. I want to see how I can do this now. Hee, looks like a little lake. There you go. Yeah, I want the water to turn like this. I want to do like a strand, maybe like that. Put them over here. Then this is the moment it's gonna probably hit. So it's gonna, this line is probably gonna be somewhere over here. The water is gonna be already filling up this. And we're gonna have another big shape of water coming down a bit later. If I was completely insane, I would probably make the cup transparent and I would trap the water inside the cup, but I'm not gonna do that because we don't have enough time for that. We only have 1 hour left and I only did the marshmallows, but I think the water is gonna be a bit quicker. Plus I'm gonna clean it on my own time, so right now we can just freely sketch and kind of circle like any ideas that I have in my head. So one of the ideas I mentioned like today, this in the beginning of the stream, that I want some water for the cup, for the coffee and the marshmallows to be put in. And actually I want to change the color of the water from next frame, so it won't get mistaken with the marshmallows. Like probably want to do something like this. Maybe we can even make like a little droplet over here, just to kind of blink. Now it's almost filled, so I want to do this. I want this shape to be even more elongated. This is the last portion that goes into the cup, and I want to go with the, like a ploink. So it goes down. And maybe I'll separate some of the water shape into little water droplets, just breaking it up because it's falling, and that's probably what it's going to do. Not taking into account how much space we have left here because it's not going to be visible. As I said, if I was insane, I would track how much water I'm putting in, but right now I want to have just like a pretty stream of water flowing down. Plunk. And then it's gonna come down here, and some of the water is definitely gonna rise up. This is probably gonna be from the back. This is gonna be from the front. This is gonna be in the middle. So it's probably gonna be like this. Let me see. Like that. And these are a bit too symmetrical. So let's make that one a bit higher. And this one just above the cup line. Now, as I said, we need to push, I think, the middle down, and the rest of the water will go up. We will have the marshmallows being thrown in as well, but they're not going to do a lot of splashes because marshmallows are really light, so they're just going to do like a little pink on top. So we don't have to worry about it for now. Put this in the front. Like this. And then, let's see, let's just play it a bit too much, I think. I probably want to spread out a little bit and add some in-betweens because there's some pretty stuff I want to include. This is going to be a lot slower, I feel, so we're going to have to see. I think in between this frame and this frame, we need to add like an additional one. Maybe somewhere around here, maybe something like this. And I probably want to do something along the lines of this. Praise the digital tools that I can just do this instead of drawing a whole new frame. Now I want to make this shape. Something like this. I want to be a bit more, though I want to say bulbous, but you know, there's like, I wouldn't call it a theory, But there's this like cool idea of these two shapes. I'm gonna just draw the two shapes and you're gonna think for yourself. And the shapes, they have names. So this is shape number 1. This is shape number 2. Which of these shapes would be something more round? Bolus, as I said. And I have no idea what factors play into it. Is it just how we understand linguistics? Is it something I heard from someone else that someone said like it's Boba and Kiki that way and I understood it the same way? But I don't feel that I've been told that it's Booba and it's Kiki. Like it's just something more on instinct. Oh, yep, this one breaks it. Let's go with the water blob here and do this. So we'll make the language of the shapes a lot simpler. It's just going to be a falling block. And then, yes, we'll make the spacing smaller. Maybe add a little thing. Let's maybe do something like this. Nope, it's way too similar. Also a problem I fall to. I draw water shapes like this when they can be this or this or this. I always go to this type of shape, which is I can't say that it's wrong, but it's like really symmetrical, not realistic. And I'm not trying to make realistic water for a cup that's, you know, that looks like this, like a cartoon character. But still, I want to retain some of the aspects of how we understand water. So it will be easier for us to understand, oh, that's water. That's how water works. There we go. Probably want to make this wave even smaller. Maybe like this. Oh. Say hello to the little girl. Hello. You want to say hi? Say hi to Poppy. She had a very good nap, and now she's gonna nap some more. Is that right? What you gonna do next? You're gonna eat? Are you gonna nap now? Okay. She needs a nap. She very much needs it. Here. Puppy break. Okay. Stop! Let's get back to the water. Now let's add water over here, this. And then let's make one droplet out of this. This is going to disappear completely. This is going to disappear as well. And I probably want to just put the water down. I want it to subside. Let's see if this works a bit better than our first version. Let's see. Well, it adds a bit too quickly. Thank you for saying it's cute. That's the goal. It's supposed to be cute and appealing. Let's see. You won't be able to see the top anyways. So. Let's see. Hmm. It doesn't feel like it's actually falling. It's because I focused on the stuff splashing, I think a bit too much. Um, mhm. Well, I think we can delete it this way, like this. So we'd only see um, 2 frames in between. Frame like this. And transform it. Okay, something like this. Again, let's transform it a bit. There we go. And I probably want to delete these because they're very, very distracting. Sorry, Boob and Kiki got to go too because my eye is like, what was that? Okay, and so a little bit better. Though I want the water to be extra fast. So let's try moving these from twos to straight up ones. One, like, these could be twos, but not more. This is definitely a one. This is definitely a one. And we probably want to frame in between just of the corner of the water falling in like this. Maybe like that. Let's see. The falling water does feel very quick, though now it feels too quick, so the reaction of the little splash, it doesn't work. So maybe we have to change the amount of water being put in, but keep the speed, or make the timings in between the water splashes. They should be much slower. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try making the water splashes smaller. Well, for example, we can change this to this. We could be doing something like that, for example. I think we just have to change the shape of the water entirely because I think it just doesn't work. So now we're putting this in. Now I want the first water thing to be over and the second one to start, and I want to start a bit to the side. And this, the second like little burst of water, I wanted to curl it. Oh, there goes the little helper. Yes, of course the unicorn is still in here. It's still in here and it's still over here. Let me show you. but I'm still here. So you're gonna get the dark pony at the end. And there we go. Let's keep the bottom at the same place. Yeah. And maybe since it's a bigger water droplet, it's probably gonna be faster. And it's gonna come with a plank as well. So landing it. Plank. I don't care about the timings I put. I'm redoing the whole thing from the ground up. So let's actually do something like this. Whoop. Like that? Maybe? I don't know. Let's hope this works. Let's rip it. Something like this. Oh! My iPad fell. And my helper's back. Thank you. You fixed it? Oh, thank you, buddy. You're so helpful. She's back. Sorry, she's awkward on camera. Oop. Oop. Again, shapes way too similar. Then let's do maybe something like this. And with this, we can change it and make it like that. Let's see if this works a bit better. Yes, I think the two drops with this kind of shapes, they work a bit better. We have to change some of the things, but I think it's really good. Okay. Now let's flip it so we'll have a top and bottom side. And we could maybe do very small timing, and instead of this big blob, we can make it into some tiny smaller blobs. Like that. Oh, wrong button. And over here, since we already moved it, it's probably gonna, the beginning part is gonna fall somewhere around here. Howdy! You're finishing the test you did another test, the walk cycle you did a couple of weeks ago. How did that went? Because I'm good. I'm all okay. Can't wait for the next practice room because I already have an animation I'm gonna be working on, and it's gonna be like, what do you call it? Like quadriplegic. It's gonna be basically like a monster design. I'm gonna animate, and it's probably gonna be very hard and challenging, but I'm still hoping I can do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. Right now, I'm just like finishing up the splashes and the arcs. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, of course, because I want to go and fix up stuff at the end. We do have only 30 minutes left till the end of the stream, so I'm probably gonna stream just a tiny bit longer if I'm able to. Mm-hmm. Because again, I feel that 2 hours, it's nearly not enough for anything. So, especially animation. Blind. Oh, by the way, thank you for the compliment of the colors. I picked them myself. It was actually a design I came up with, and I came to the hairstylist and said, "Can you do this on me?" The designer was ecstatic as well. It's like when someone comes up with the commission you really wanted to do for a long time. Oh, there we go. The end is a bit off, but it's like just like particle stuff. Mm, I don't like the arc over here. I think this looks kind of weird. Maybe if we change some of the things, it won't look as bad. This should be probably somewhere around here. Yes. And this should be further out. This should be like this, but I feel this has to be bigger. And over here. And then it's probably the abrupt ending. We need to have some water spilling out. Mm. Little itty bitty splatters. And here we go. Let's see. Did it fix it? A bit. I feel it fixes it a little bit. Let's see. Well, I mean, I think it works for now. Let's see how much time did it actually take from the whole animation. How much time do we have before the next action thing starts? Enough for the marshmallows to be plopped down, I think. Or we're probably gonna plop them with the first couple of sips of water. Coffee, cocoa, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's skip to the next part. Let's delete this frame. Straight up skip to the part where it's gonna be fun. We do have some drops that are left here and here. So let's keep them. Maybe give them a tiny bit of spacing just so they fall a bit. Now the next important pose is this cute little face. Over here. And I want to make the droplets fall lower. And let's see. I'm just going to mark the most important poses I already marked in my first iteration of the water. I'm just going to stick to it because some of these were really good. For example, this lick of water. That's going to look like this. Oof, I wonder if I have to color it, I'll probably have to split the water in the front and the back for the marshmallow. So I have to keep that in mind as well. As you can see, the action here, the water will be a tiny bit late. So, okay, over here. I'm just gonna, oops, that's the wrong frame. Here. We're gonna make like, just like really subtle. Now, oop. I think this is an important shot. Calling for my dog in case she wants to help me with this. I feel it's gonna be tough. Okay. The water droplets are definitely gonna be left here. Though I want to put these like fast running droplets. Just a couple that passed over the cup while it was falling, sticking to the side, and since the cup is moving really fast, it's gonna leave these like quick trails of water. Oh, like that. This little thing is wrong. Whoop, like this. There you go. And now here comes the fun part. When the character is gonna kind of sustain itself in the air, we're gonna add a frame, and we're slowly gonna add some water effects. I'm gonna stick to the timing and frames of the cup, but if I'll feel the need, I'll do the same thing I did with the marshmallows. Okay. 2, 3, the droplets here, and the water, it's gonna escape. It's gonna go higher and higher. Not too much, because it doesn't have like too much extra force to do it. This is gonna some here. Mm-hmm. And in the next frame, the water. Some of the water is going to be left here, the very top. For example, I'll probably want to keep maybe some shape over here that's going to be left sustained in the air, and the rest of the water is going to come crashing down with the marshmallows. So I like this lick, this shape over here. And gives it dimensions. Probably want to do something like this. Like there's some water that's just stayed at the top. Probably gonna have like a ripped edge over here. And maybe I'll break up even this like pretty swirl too. So we'll feel that there's a lot of force clutching it down. I feel this little thing I'm doing over here won't matter as much. So probably need to put it over the shape so we're able to see it. Because if they're two lines and go on top of each other, brain won't recognize them. Brain won't see them, especially mine. Now, that sustained water, slowly gonna go somewhere around here. The water on the big droplet and the big space, it's gonna, what do you call it, bend a lot more. So like higher thing, higher, lighter thing will stay on top a bit higher and longer than this. So it's probably gonna be something like this. And I don't want this to be round because that means there's force pulling it up. We only have force that's pulling down. And yes. And I probably want to move this shape over here. The pretty lick would probably be gone by now. There we go. Maybe there will be a shape like this because the marshmallow is falling and I want to see some interaction with the water. I try to be very loose with the shapes. Some stuff will be curved, but most of the stuff will be falling down. So they're like pretty. No, please don't. Come here. You want to see her top? Buddy. Sorry. Bubby got a little nervous. Come here, bud. Sit with me, buddy. Oh. Say hi to the little baby. She's a little bit scared. We moved into a new place recently, and there's a lot of different sounds and rustling from the wind, from the different balconies, and she's very not used to it. So sometimes She checks everything twice or thrice just to be sure nothing is there. But you know, a bark or two, why not? Just to keep everyone in check. Oh, and since we have water falling here, we're probably gonna have our first big splash not over the cup. Plus, it's gonna cover the face of the cup, which is not nice. We need the face to be visible most times. I feel it also like a little life hack I've learned that face is the first thing the human is gonna look at. So you need to keep it clear so it'll be easier to read the movement, understand everything. Plus, I like the water, that the water will be able to hit this part. We'll have here. Hello, you want to sit with us again? No? No? Oh, you want to sit in the background? Sit in the background, be very nervous. Come here. Come here, bud. No. No, don't touch me, don't touch me. Too nervous to be touched. But please continue touching me, I actually like that. I love how I initially took a dog to get rid of my anxiety, and turns out the dog itself got anxiety. How wonderful is that? And this piece of water is probably going to be somewhere here. I would probably want to do something like this. We had a little thing, so we can turn the water over here. I don't know, I'm still searching for the exact shape I want to use, but this is getting closer to what I feel would be pretty enough, complex enough, but yet simple to understand what's going on. Complex enough so we'll feel that it's realistic. There, big splash. And we can add some droplets shooting out of the Let's go to the next 2 frames, and now the water is going to crash down. I feel this little block of water is probably going to be somewhere around... Yes, have anxiety, get a dog to get rid of anxiety, have a dog with anxiety. She takes meds, so I'm not joking. Probably going to look something like this. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. The big water splash to look something like this. This is gonna come crashing, and finally some of the upper water stuff. It's also crashing down with the stuff. And probably gonna look something like this. I'm not sure where it's gonna land, what it's gonna do. I'm just sketching it out because, as initially told you, we'll probably have enough time just for a rough draft of the water. So, good on us. But I think we did the most important thing for the effects together is the rotation of the marshmallows. They're like the... Yeah, dog needs meds. Dogs, yeah, they need meds from... Dogs can get like depression, anxiety. How long I've been animating? You mean like today? Almost 2 hours. In my life, I think about... sorry, I need to stretch my legs because I'm sitting on a box. But I've been animating for two years. But I've been drawing a lot before that, so And I think that's one of the key factors what helped me uh, to get here where I am. Because I think if I won't be drawing, I would it would get a lot more time for me to get here with the skill set I have. Not saying it's some kind of extraordinary skill set, but I'm drawing here in front of you on the stream, so it means it's worth something. Ah, oops, I used the wrong frame for putting the drops in. Mm-hmm. And now I'm gonna do this little thingy. Now I'm just gonna go and figure out more stuff. Uh-huh. Like that. Can you imagine? It's been 2 years. Ah, insane. It was recently. Someone asked me, like, how long have you been animating? I was like, a year. It was just been a... and I look, and it's been like 2 years since the since my first demo reel. But I started my animation journey here in Animation Club School. I forget how to correctly pronounce the name, but Animation Club School is the right one. I started here. I started learning with Edward on traditional 2D animation, and I don't know, it's been a blast. Absolutely can't complain. I started going because the price was a lot um, more compatible with my budget than other animation schools. But then I stayed just because of the quality of the teaching. I'm just gonna add maybe just some of the stuff that's not gonna interrupt much with the movement. Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't have to tell me. I'm still meet regularly with the short film. At the end of the course 4, you do the short film, and we had an opportunity to do the short film on any topic we wanted, not a specific festival or anything. And we did a short called Cat Cafe. We did a short called Cat Cafe, and our class did another short called Art in Each of One of Us, which were both really, really cool and really, really challenging. But it does feel like it's been just a couple of months. Like, I miss it. I want to do the short film again. Which I think is actually possible if you send your show reel and it's good enough for year 4, they can send you straight to short film creation. It's a new thing they're doing for the old students who want to redo the short film experience. Let's see. Yeah, just imagine that it looks that way. So let's all pretend there's like stuff here. Then I want a little bloop to basically come out in the end. Probably what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I don't want to add anything else. Let's see. We haven't played it as a whole thing yet. Let's remove the water that was here before and see if we did something better. I don't like the ending. Here, how the water splashes and ends. I think the spacing is way too small. It looks like it's like kind of slowly dissolving in. But the shapes, I think the shapes work really well. And the arc of the water getting, uh, like, what do you call it? Getting, being put up there on the top of the screen just to fall down looks really cool. No, I think this has to be lower. Like this. Sadly, I can't put this on top. But this can be like this. Let's change the top again. We want to build that ease in, ease out. So, like this. And let's go to the next. Add more. And here, let's go a little bit like this. So they'll fall more to the ground. It won't be like, so it won't feel like it's being pulled to the ground. Let's add some stuff that show that it's actually happening the way it's happening. There. Oh, we missed. Yeah, I missed a frame accidentally. There we go. Oh no. And I probably want to give more splashes on this second jump over here. I think maybe we have a good little blob over here, and I think this blob can be the next thing that's going to be spilled. So let's focus on the blob. The rest of the water can go like this. line, letting it fall, letting it rise, and breaking the shape up. And I'm just gonna imagine where it's gonna fall. Let's keep it like that. Oh, yes. Oh, I need to save the thing quickly. I've used so much of my memory with like animations and drawings and screenshots that I don't have any storage left to keep the autosave going. So the program might crash and we might end here now. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like that a little. I need to change the water so it won't fill up, so it won't cover the marshmallow turn over here. It's really, really pretty. This one. But we can work with that. I think this. Ah, no! This should be smaller and probably be somewhere over here. Then this big piece is gonna get smaller and smaller. Probably we can move it right here. And smaller. A lot smaller. Smaller again. Okay, this is good. Let's see. Yes. Now I think the additional little spring, the little thing is gonna plop out. The reaction is a bit too big because I've made the thing smaller. But I think the little droplet over here, it should not cover the beautiful rotation we gave. Risky, risky, yeah. I should probably like go through my gallery and just clean up a bunch of duplicates I have. But I'm too lazy to do that. So there's just so much art and I have nowhere to put it. And I don't want to delete it as well, so it just stays there in the gallery in forever limbo. So I think it's already time for me to finish. Uh, Rarely happens that I only finish the animation by the time we're actually finishing. I'm usually oh, exhausted way quicker that I need a break or something. But here I'm gonna go on and on. I guess that's just the power of the visual, what do you call it, VFX. The power of overlaps. Smooth rain animation. So yeah, I think we can end on this good note. Let me make the water a little more transparent and the marshmallows a bit more prominent so we actually see the good parts we did today. So mostly today we focused on the marshmallows. We're not probably gonna do another 5 Minute Friday based on the cup, so you could consider that a final. I'll probably gonna show it on the practice room. And I will work additionally on it on my own time or on the practice rooms. I'm probably going to add some steam from the cup to the practice room and clean up the water. Maybe in this week, a couple next weeks. But yeah, thank you for being here today. We had more people closer to the end, which is the shame. We did the best part on the marshmallows, I think, in the first hour of the session. But you're always free to click back and check it out for yourself. So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for uh, tolerating my little helper. She's very tired. You can see she was very anxious. This was a very hard day for her. She was working hard on the stream, and there was some wind going on, so she had to check it out. Very hard day as being a helper and a guardian, the only guardian of this house. No one takes care of it as she does, so she gets really tired really quickly. So say bye to Mia, say bye to me, say bye to the little unicorn that's over here, and say bye to the cup. I hope I'll see you on Sunday, just in a couple of days, on our usual Sunday sketching practice. And I hope I'll see you in our Discord server. Yep, we're going to do some stuff that's going to be a bit different. I'm changing some stuff around the server in terms of the rules and some of the interface, so it'll be much easier to use. So I hope it's going to be beneficial for everyone, including me, Googling how to make these changes. So yeah, again, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being at this little session of mine. This was really cool. And most importantly, I had fun. So I hope you had too. I hope you had fun too. Beep, 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 boo, boo. You're so cute. You're such a smart little puppy. So yeah, again, this is probably the third time I'm saying bye today, but I want to see byes from the chat because the delay is really, really big. So yes, thank you again. Have a good rest of your week. Hope to see you on our practices or on our courses that are starting just in a couple of days. You can check the link in the description. Me talking to the two people who are left here. So yeah, thank you.